All right. So we're on both?
We are on both.
All right. Our second go at this. Here we go.
Yes. Yay.
Okay, well, now we're not sideways, but we look like just little talking heads. So the third time will be the charm. Oh,
but at least
boy.
we're facing them.
Yes, at least, yeah. Now we're not schizophrenic looking sideways and no, yes, no. Now we can look one direction. And yeah.
So if you're joining us in the chat room, well, I guess we'll do introductions in a minute, but I just want to let people know if you're joining us on the Google Hangout and you're in the chat room, this is going to be an interactive call. We're going to be doing some great stuff. So I invite you to either say hi in the chat room or request to be a speaker, a presenter, and then that will actually allow you to join us via video. You can shut off your video, so if you're wearing your PJs or something like that, not that they're in their PJs, but you don't have to.
Why not? You work from home, I would be. Yeah.
But we have Nancy, Carolyn, Jesse. Oh, we have a lot of people joining us.
Great. And for the people on Facebook, if you want to log in, it's the Greater Palm Bay Chamber of Commerce.com. And that way, then you can do the live chatting so that we can do the shout outs and you can actually end up being on the video with us. So go to the Greater Palm Bay Chamber of Commerce.com to register live for this. And then you can be on with the computer.
I actually gave them a shortcut.
Oh. Of course she did. Of course she did. That's what Shannon does.
I found a way to tweak the system.
Oh,
if they go to the event on Facebook, where I put in a live link that'll bypass everything and get them right in.
Perfect. Yep. Perfect. Okay, so that's Chamber of Commerce, Palm Bay Chamber of Commerce. And then check out our Facebook page, and then you can just click on the live link.
Yep, it'll say three steps to creating a magnetic elevator pitch event, and the last post has a live link.
Okay, great. Thank you, Shannon.
All right, so do you want to?
Oh, get going? Okay,
you
sure.
Want to do
the introductions? Hello. Yes, you can fast forward through the first 5 minutes of all that. Yes, my name is Nancy Pelton, and I'm President and CEO of the Greater Palm Bay Chamber of Commerce. I am with Shannon Gronich, who came up with this fabulous idea of how the Chamber can reach more of our members that often can't come out during the day because you're an entrepreneur and you have a business and it's difficult to leave your business. So we are providing these webinars so that you can be at work or replay them later in your own convenience in your own home and get the information. So whatever we can do to help our small entrepreneurs is really what this is about, because you have great information and we figure the more people that hear about it, the more we'll get the word out. So, and Shannon, she is so talented in so many areas. I think everybody that you came to our mingle at the Yellow Dog, and the number of people that said, oh, I need to talk to Shannon and I need to, work with her because you're just phenomenal. So I'm excited that she's chosen to work with our chamber and that we'll be doing these. We have at least 2 more planned. So we're very excited about that. We'll get the information out about what will be our next one. But I just want to tell you about things that are coming up because I know some of you are very busy and I just didn't want you to miss all the exciting things that are happening at the chamber. We went from having a luncheon to, my goodness, we have a calendar that's crazy. Tomorrow, though, our huge, I'm showing you this, yes, our mayor's breakfast. We have 200 attendees already registered for that. Full screen up on Facebook. So we have 200 people coming. So we have 14 mayors from Brevard County and 1 from Sebastian. And they'll be giving an update on their cities, what's happening, what they have in the works, what's gone on this year. So we're very excited about that. And then we have representatives that are coming from Marco Rubio's office, from Congressman Posey's office. We have Rich Workman, Tom Goodson. So lots going on, or Goodman, sorry, going on tomorrow. And that's at the Crown Plaza from 7:30 to 10:30. And then we have, if you think this is great, you need your LinkedIn profile. You have to do it all. I mean, people think one shot, yeah, I'm good on Facebook. Well, LinkedIn is really the professional site. So tomorrow we have a training by Richard and Sherry Martin called Become an All-Star on LinkedIn, and that's at the Wild Manta. And then we have, that's 3:30 to 5. Then our membership luncheon is our monthly one. We have Desmond Blackburn, the superintendent of schools. That's on June the 1st, and he's giving us the update on how fabulous the Brevard County school system is, some of the challenges they've had, what they've got new in the works. And then the reason why we're doing the elevator pitch today is because we have our speed networking. It's kind of the speed dating of business. So here's our other lovely little flyer. Speed networking, there you go, Facebook. It's going to be at Crystal Palace. And so you are going to perfect your pitch today and be all set for June the 15th. And we're having that from 8:30 to 11. Breakfast included, it's $10. But, you know, it's a great way. You're kind of card bombing, which Shannon will tell you about not doing that. But really, this is...
Or how to do it and get results.
And
That's
well,
it,
there you
yeah,
go,
yeah.
get results. But this is one where it's okay to do that. And we
Yes.
just lost you off live stream on Facebook. So once I continue with one more thing, is our entrepreneurial breakfast. And that is on the 29th of June, and we are talking about true colors. So those of you that have done Myers-Briggs or the DISC program, this talks about your relationship styles and your different color, whether you're gold, green, orange, or blue. And it helps you, if you're a salesperson, to know who you're speaking to, how to relate to them. Also, it helps in your office. So bring your entire office. Once again, that includes breakfast at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites on Malabar Road. So those are our big events coming up. And the reason why we're doing this elevator pitch is because you're going to have lots of opportunities to do your elevator pitch.
Yes, and those of you that know, one of the things that I love doing is helping businesses learn how to articulate what it is that they're saying and get results, and really putting people together and collaborating. That's one of the things I love about you, Nancy. This is an interactive experience. So if you're on the Google Hangout and you join the chat, you'll see a live link there at the bottom. If you click on that, you can join us via video. Let's go ahead and give a few shout outs to our members. If you want to type your name or your business, I did go ahead and invite each one of you to be a presenter, because this is a chance where we can actually work with you specifically, because as much as we enjoy talking and sharing,
right, yes,
we're here
about
for you.
Yes.
Yeah, we're here for you.
Oh, look, we didn't scare Diane Bryson away. She's
we
back
got a
with
couple
us
of us joining.
Yes.
Perfect. And if you're on Facebook, we invite you to go ahead and share. We did already have a question. If there's things that you can type in your elevator pitch. I'm going to go ahead and mute you if you've just joined us via video. And to unmute, you go ahead and at the very top of your screen, you just hover your mouse and you can see the unmute. So we have Tony and we have Diane and we have Shelly. Yay! This is so great.
Is that Shelly with ASAP Pest Control and Tony with Make It Personal? I think marketing.
Yes, yeah.
And Jesse, I'm not sure the last name on that one. So, Jesse, if you want to type in what company you're with so we can do a shout-out, that would be great.
Well, we'll let them do a shout-out. They're actually here live.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're going to unmute them? Okay, and then we have...
She's learning all this technology.
Okay, I know. You have the worst person possible on this.
Great.
So, and then we have another Nancy, but we don't know which one. So... Having a blonde moment here too. Oh, yay, way to go, Shelly. Thank you.
So I'm going to just share some of the things, and I'm so excited. Thank you for letting me come. And it's Jessie.
Jess Hall.
Yeah.
Hi, Jessie.
Hi, Jessie. So one of the things, just to talk about this format every month, is it is interactive. Mm-hmm. We are committed to giving active members shout-outs, giving you the chance each time to work on your elevator pitch. So even though we're talking about it and focusing on it this time, we invite you to come and share that 30-second pitch with us. And what's so great about this format is that it gets put on YouTube. Mm-hmm. It gets an automatic replay when people sign up. You don't have to be here every time. You can actually post on the event if you have any questions and things like that. So we're really building a community to support you with growing and
absolutely,
and connecting with everybody.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So today we're going to be focused on developing that elevator pitch, and I have to tell you, with the thousands of people that I've worked with, this is the one thing I think is stopping people from getting results right now.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I think that, you know, our words and the time, and so because I work a lot in media, I just use these examples just to really kind of take home the importance of it. It's, you know, there's two things that I say is if you were to get on the elevator with Oprah, or you use sports figures the last time, but
yeah, and I couldn't remember any. I know Wayne Gretzky and I don't know. Rodriguez, I don't know. I'm so bad with sports. I don't know any.
Or an investor, or let's just say your ideal client.
Yes,
yeah, your
and that's
ideal
more what businesses
client.
care about.
What would you say? Now, ideally, you want to have a conversation. You might want to ask, you know, a quick question, but to have key language and magnetic words is so powerful to attracting what we want, and to be clear and concise. And so another example is, you know, if you're paying on the radio and it was $10,000 per word,
wow,
what would you say? What
Yes.
would you say, and how would you say it? And so there are a few things that I think. Now, I said I was going to give you 3 strategies, but I told Nancy I'm going to over deliver a little bit today. But the first thing is to know your audience. So we have this event coming up, and we know that everybody's going to be in business. But if you're doing trade shows or expos or things like that, I think the first thing is really to know your audience, or the individual that you're in front of. Maybe asking them a question of, do you own your own business? Or I tell individuals, come up with 2 or 3 questions that can really cut to the core to find out about the person. Does that make sense?
Yeah, one of the things before actually we even start with that is taking the time to do this. Because don't you think most people when they go to a networking event might think of it when they're driving in the car or when they're in the room and everybody's going around and they're kind of like in their head going through what they want to say, and then they're not listening to anybody else. Absolutely spending the time to perfect this with, as you say, if it's $10,000 a word, picking the absolute right word, practice it, and then you have it down cold. And you can tweak it to the event and knowing the audience, like you say. But most of us never take the time to do this.
So that's probably number 1, is spending the time. I actually put number 3, writing it down and practicing. So I invite every single one of you to get a note card, get a few note cards, because I think the elevator pitches, I have a few of them depending on who I'm speaking with. Let's do a couple shout outs, because we have some amazing people that are Diane Bryson.
She's back, yeah.
Hi! With True Choice Telecom. We also have Darby with Beach.
Oh yeah, she's 98.5 The Beach. Hey Darby.
Hi Darby. And
boy, we have all these places to look at. It's
I know.
confusing.
Like,
you look at a little like squirrel, squirrel.
I just want to make sure we give everybody shout outs. We also had R.C. Hogan. Is he a member?
When are you going to fix the drainage problem?
That's for the
you might want to call the city of Palm Bay. That's not our department. Oh, that's cute. So not, I don't think a member.
No. Okay. So really knowing your audience and taking time to do this. Now, you have until June, but it's true. I think that you know, showing up and winging it is really not the way to go if you want to have impact and get results.
Correct.
You know, it's definitely that. Yeah. The second thing is knowing your intention, because, you know, as we're moving, you know, you may have a product launch, you may have an event that you're working on. I know we have Jessie who's in real estate. Maybe you have I always pick a hot listing. Tony, you may be offering a specific product special. So go in there with an intention, because the clearer and more concise it is, the easier it is for you to get the results you want. If you get really broad, then you lose people.
Right. And when I worked at another nonprofit, it was kind of tugging at the heartstrings, because you want to be able to capture it right away, so that they want to ask you more.
Yes.
You know, that's really the intention. Is we said Sasha Zebrick last. Oh, it's a good shout out for her because she's fabulous. But she said you should always be talking so that people say, "Tell me more." Tell me more. What, you know, they're interested, and you grab their attention. So that's the focus is. is yeah, making sure your tagline is memorable and that you grab people's attention right away, because you know we all, what is it, a minute, not even, you got a few seconds anymore. We're so ADD, so you know you really have to grab people's attention. Yeah,
and I invite people, you know, to have a 30-second pitch, and also have, you're giving individuals 60 seconds, but you may want to just hone it down to 55, so you have time to get a card afterwards, or have a few seconds to connect.
Oh, we'll be able to do that at the end. So with the speed networking, everybody has a minute to do their elevator pitch. The table hosts have 3 minutes to talk more about their business, so, and they don't have to rotate, so that's nice. If you have your things there, you don't have to get up and move to the next table. And then you'll be able to pass your cards or information around at the end before they get up. It's about a 15-minute segment with every 10-person table. So we'll go in 15-minute chunks.
Okay, great. So there's a little bit of time to do some sort of connection.
Absolutely.
Okay, and so with that, every second counts. I think when you're looking at your elevator pitch, numbers have so much power. So there's usually 3 different types that we look at. One is maybe you talk about the problem and how your business is a solution.
Right.
Maybe it's an imagine, you know, I'm going to pick on Jesse a little bit because I know he's in real estate and I've done real estate in the past, but, you know, imagine having your dream home where you open up the doors and you're on the beach, you know, painting a picture, or it could be painting a picture of having a solution. So the Chamber of Commerce, let me just see if I can wing side. Sometimes I can just pull things out of my hat.
Okay.
But imagine you're struggling in business, and you're looking to pick on me, yes, Jesse. Looking to build community. Well, at the chamber, you can actually plug into an event and meet hundreds of people, to where it really accelerates that time of one-by-one and one-on-one. So imagine stepping into a room like tomorrow where there's going to be 200 individuals that you can connect with. I don't know if that's a perfect one, but it's kind of giving you an idea.
Well, and sometimes it's intimidating. I mean, that's one of the hardest things is, if you think about it, tomorrow we have 15 mayors in the room. And so for a lot of people, then it's disconcerting to think, okay, I don't know, they're just regular people. And so, you know, yeah, they're the mayor and we are thrilled to have them all, but, you know, you don't want to be intimidated so that you don't get to have your elevator pitch, that you have your time with them, because they're so generous with their time. I mean, they're in public service, and so, you know, they're great dealing with people. And so you want to have your pitch ready, though, because there's 200 people and a lot are going to want to talk to these individuals. So you ready to go. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that you give your 1-minute pitch or your 30 seconds, you have your card ready, say, I'll follow up, and then the next person can come in. So, yeah, and then you become memorable because you were succinct, you were on topic, and you thought it through. It was, hi, how are you? You know, and then you're fumbling for words and, you know, kind of like what we are right now. No, but no, so you have it, but you have it down. Yeah. You know, and you sound professional, you sound polished, and that is memorable because a lot of people don't. They couldn't stay within 30 seconds to, you know, they just, ramble. And
I'm going to say hi to Scott with Rock Paper Simple.
Oh, hi, Scott Eller.
They're amazing at creating messages. So both Scott and Darby, I know that you're on Facebook, and feel free to type in your elevator pitch. Anybody that is joining us on Facebook and you're not in the chat room or joining us via video, there is a link there on the event so that you could be brave, and because we're going to pick on each one of these.
We have Sean with Armstrong Restoration
to do the elevator pitch. But feel free to type that right in there if you would like to join us.
Okay.
So keeping it KISS. Remember KISS. Keep it short and simple.
Oh, that's not what I know it as, but okay. We'll be PG on here.
Keeping it short and simple. And when I was talking about numbers have power, I know at least one of my pitches is I've been able to get $3.1 million in free publicity.
Wow.
Just that statement and noticing how I paused. When you do that, I also like to tell people, you know, 2 things is, one is the numbers are important. If it's numbers on the problem, you know, maybe it's numbers on what's happening in the county as far as real estate sales. I keep picking on real estate because I know it. Maybe it's restoration, the number of people that are challenged with restorations. But numbers have power to capture attention when you're connecting with people, but so do pauses. really, it's not that blah, 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 you know, which we do. I do a little bit on here because I'm excited and there's a lot to say. But you can actually, it's those pauses and emphasizing on specific words that can get people to connect, you know, with the emotion or at that heart level. So be mindful with your elevator pitch that it's not a race. It's about impact.
Right. Yeah.
Also, okay, so let's see here. I think I went through. Oh, and I always tell people avoid the www dot.
Oh yeah, everybody knows that by now.
But we're still in the habit of saying, yes. Oh, you're saying everybody knows it.
Yeah, you don't need to say it. It's almost like when you're on the airplane and they're telling you how to put your seatbelt on. If you don't know how to attach your seatbelt yet, you shouldn't be on the plane. It's like, really? So, yes, everybody knows the World Wide Web. And so, yeah. Yeah,
so save that time to put in something that's more relevant.
Right.
And also coming up with a clear call to action. So again, if I'm in the elevator with somebody, I may not say, go to this website to check it out. It may be something a little bit different. But one of the things, at least for this event, could be what I'm looking for are individuals that can or that are looking for, you know, really specific so that they know. And don't give them more than, ideally, two things. Because then they'll start checking. You know, it's just too difficult. Oh, he needs an accountant, or he needs, you know, he's looking for these different things. So really keeping it simple.
Yeah. And I like, actually, going back to that pause, if you ever watch commercials and you don't hear words, you usually look up. Like if I'm playing a game or reading the paper and then I don't hear anything, then I'll look up at the TV to see what's going on, because you're so used to constant, you don't want to say noise, but constant sound, that, you know, one commercial runs into another. But when the commercial actually uses that strategy of pausing, then you're more likely to pay attention. So I think that's strategic. I mean, you don't want to sound like, but using a strategic pause, I think, is really very beneficial.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I would love this opportunity to have some individuals be on the hot seat. The hot seat is where you have a chance to share. So I'm going to just give an example, and I have this one. I'm kind of winging it a little bit, but so. And sometimes the name is not important. You know, a lot of times they forget the name, so the name is important. But if you're on the radio and you're selling a business, that's when you don't necessarily need but in the chamber, we're relationship building, so you do need your
personal,
name. So, but whatever that last statement is, that is going to be where you want to. It's like Darby would say in radio. That last thing is what they remember.
Yeah, the hook.
The hook. So Shannon Gronich, I've been able to attain $3.1 million in free publicity, and I have a simple system that teaches anybody how to do the same. What I'm looking for are individuals that want to, speakers, authors, coaches that want to learn how to leverage the power of publicity to grow their business. So
tell me more.
Tell me more. So it can be that simple, and finding power words is another thing. So those of you that didn't that have my book, I have a whole section on 100 of the most powerful words, but using those. Oh,
hold on, book, Media Magic. It's fabulous. Really, like, I'm not kidding. The reason I wanted Shannon to do this is because this book is phenomenal. I mean, she covers so much stuff in here, and we all need publicity. Whether we knew it or not, you all need publicity. Free is better, but she gives you all the tips for how to market yourself. I mean, this really, I'm going to do full page on Facebook. There you go. We've got it a little low, so that's why we're looking a little schizophrenic. We'll get that fixed next time. We keep trying, but man, this is more difficult than we thought. But Media Magic, it really is important to have the tools that you need. I mean, a lot of us assume that we network all the time, we should know, but you know, we don't always know what the right method is. And when you read some of these business books, and Shannon here being a local author is phenomenal to have a resource like this in our community. I mean, it is. And, you know, we've talked about this before, where a lot of people think, well, you know, they don't give as much credence to somebody here locally. You have to go out of the area to get the big guy. No, this is somebody who is absolutely an amazing business person and has a great book. So once again, Shannon Burnett Gronage, Media Magic. I know she goes nuts every time I plug her on this, but no, I really believe that, you know, that's part of, you know, us as entrepreneurs and as a network. It's important to support each other and realize that there's so much knowledge here in Brevard County.
Yeah.
I mean, we really are very blessed with who we have as resources.
So much.
So yeah.
So we actually have a huge business incubator in Palm Bay.
We do.
We
Yes,
have
we
some
do.
amazing. I mean, I'm like blown away what's here in Brevard every day. Every day
Yes.
I just get amazed at what is here. And so, and I also hear a lot of times people say it takes time to build relationships, which it does.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, after the people saying I've been involved in something for a year, I really think that with language and that you can really shortcut that time frame. So that's what I'm hoping to do today. So I'd love to. Who wants to go first? We have Shelley and we have Jesse and we have Tony that have been brave enough to come in. If you want to join us, Tabitha, I'm going to go ahead and invite you to.
It's Sean, actually.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
oh, it's Sean, sorry.
Yeah,
Sean with Armstrong
Yeah.
Restoration. Hi,
Uh-huh.
Sean.
Mhm.
And Diane, we invited you to join us.
Mhm.
And we have quite a few followers.
Yeah, Carolyn.
Carolyn
Yeah,
and Pat.
Uh-huh.
So you can either request to be a speaker or join us. So, Tony, how about you go first? No, all these are members. Yes?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
So, Tony, if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself, and you can go ahead and go first. We'd love to hear your elevator pitch. And be mindful of the time here, too. Hi, Tony.
There he is.
I knew you were going to pick me first. Can you hear me? Am I okay?
Yeah, it's a little staticky.
Let me put my headset on that. I'll be right back.
Okay, great. And we have Darby. Oh, Darby actually wrote in the, hi, I'm Darby with 98.5 The Beach, and I'm all about the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Frequency,
Ubiquitous?
ubiquitous,
Yeah,
need to know it now.
Oh.
If you're looking to air your business, whether you're branding or having hold on.
Oh, see more, yeah. Sorry, Darby, you got cut off. It says see more, which we can't on the screen that far away.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Whether you're branding or having an event, 98.5 The Beach can help you share your message with over 60,000 times, multiple times over the #1 station in the Space Coast. Looking for businesses who want to be seen and heard, 98.5 The Beach, and to help us celebrate at our Hangin' 10 Beach Bash, June 11th at the King Center with amazing bands like Casey and the Sunshine Band,
Ooh, what a goodie.
Orleans, and Blue Oyster Cult. Are you ready to hang 10 with 98.5 The Beach? So you just did something, Darby, that's also really great for, hold on just a second, Tony, for your elevator pitch. Anytime you can bring in a very familiar name, a success tying to something, you know, I often say I'm working with somebody who's been written up in Forbes magazine, you know, and people know what Forbes is.
Yes,
or,
they do.
So anytime, the mayor's ball, you know, or the mayor's breakfast. So anytime you can tie in, like she said, the Sunshine Band, and and all of that. So it got me to go, oh wow, I need to pay attention to that.
Well, and another direction you can go too.
Times.
Well, yeah, the numbers are great, and another way you can go though is with nonprofits to tug at heartstrings. You know, where you're changing the lives of women and children every single day. You know, that type of tagline. Because, you know, it's difficult when you're a nonprofit, and we have like 2,200 here in Brevard County, so there's a lot. But trying to get your message through quickly, but understanding that you are really changing the lives of the people that you are working with makes a big difference, you know, and people remember that. So, yeah, there's different approaches. So I think Darby's was great, yeah, with the numbers in there, and yeah, Casey and the Sunshine Band, absolutely. That was the first concert I ever saw, and I'd hate to say that, back in the 70s at Ontario Place.
Really?
In this white suit, his white, yeah, oh yeah. So okay, date myself. All right, so we're going on to Tony now, and.
Awesome, thank you, Darby. So the only thing is I had a hard time with the word
ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous.
Yes, ubiquitous.
So, but that could be just me.
Well, but she's saying it, not us.
Okay.
So that's her pitch.
Okay.
It probably rolls off her tongue. We're like, what? Although we're
We
also
couldn't read it. Yeah, we're like squinting.
We're kind of far away from the screen, so that was yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Tony.
Tony.
So good to go.
All right, I'll just
Wow, the sound isn't great.
It's got a little bit of a static thing to it.
That's the best I'm going to get it today then. Hi, how you guys doing? I guess I'll just start. My name is Tony Castillo. We make it personal marketing, connecting businesses. Kind of changed my tagline. And what I do is I do direct mail marketing. I work with clients in helping them understand who their true target market is. And once I do that, we create a strategy using print, direct mail media, and also integrating it online with digital marketing and using email campaigns, email marketing, their websites, and also video marketing. So those are the things that I do. I work with businesses to help them really first understand who their target market is. Tony Castillo will make a personal marketing, connecting businesses.
Great. So thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
So just a couple of things, Tony. One of the things that I think with you, just knowing you personally, is that don't you have like 20 years experience in marketing?
You know, except that last time, yeah, I have, yes. I thought I did.
And for you, the other thing that I think is key is when I'm hearing you say that, you know, a lot of people help them find their target market. The question would be, what's so good about that? So you want to take that particular thing, and you don't have to answer now. This is more of just to help you with the language of what's so good about that will help you come up with the benefit for the listener, the customer.
Yeah.
Because they want to hear that way, you know, you're saving money and time, reaching the person that's looking for you right now. Right. Tony, the other thing I know about you, and I don't know if the word one-stop shop, it fits in with what you're doing, but I also know that you have access to lists that really get results. Like when people work with you in direct mail, you can cut through and unlike anything else, through the list, really target things to get results.
Right, and as a 1 minute meeting somebody, I've tried different things. The thing is, I'm actually my business is not just expanding, but the direction. It used to be easy. I did print anything. Come visit our print shop. Once I gave a tour, it was all over. But now, being on my own, it's more of, I'm getting more into marketing, and my directions have been unclear the past couple of years, and so I've been working on that, and it's very clear now. It's just a lot of it when you talk about integrated marketing, and you need more than a minute. So that's the challenge I have is, and again, it depends who I'm speaking with. If I just that's why I took a step back and said direct mail marketing, because most businesses understand that. Yeah. Then it gets into then I just throw in integrated with email. Then that's where I get questions. Like what else? And then I go into more the target. I guess it depends how to put it all in 30 seconds or 45 seconds.
Yeah.
I was going to say I actually like that integrative marketing.
Yeah,
because, I actually think that is key, because if you are trying to reach business people, they want to know that they're not going to have different people for everything. And if you can start and help them with focusing on who their target market is, then you can proceed from the campaign into getting it out there, whether it's through mail or however they want to advertise. They don't have to piecemeal everything. They can work with you from start to finish. And I think that integrative marketing is a really, I don't know, I think that's a huge benefit, because a lot of marketers don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll just put your campaign together and then hook you up with, you know, the guy who does your webpage and your Facebook and your blah, 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 and they don't help you with all of that. And I think if that's your skill set and you can do all that, I would be really promoting that. But you said you've kind of focused just really on the direct marketing. So did you find that that's going to be more successful for you, or?
I muted you, Tony, because I.
Yeah, it's not that I've gone back. That's what I'm doing. I'm just saying my initial contact on my initial pitch is direct mail marketing, because they understand that. If I start talking about integrated marketing and connecting traditional marketing with online digital marketing, people get lost.
Yeah.
In the first 30 seconds, 1 minute.
So Tony, I would love to spend some time with you one-on-one on this. So let's you and I talk, because there is a way, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, that you can develop a 60-second pitch that will get people's attention. And one is talking a little bit about your expertise, definitely the integrative marketing, but the results, because at the end of the day, it's not what you do, it's the results that you can have for other people. And so maybe we look at a story that you share of something that happened with somebody, or maybe we, I just knowing what I know about you, there's definitely something there that we can get people to say, I want to know more, because just saying direct mail, you do so much more than
Right.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. So let's spend some time off of this, and I'd love to help you with that. So let's go to
Jesse.
Jesse.
You put a hat on.
Jesse, you're muted, but we get to see him. Yay! So you go ahead and unmute yourself so we can hear you.
Yeah, I had unmuted myself. How's the audio?
You sound great.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So welcome, thank you ladies for inviting us. This is great.
We're enjoying it.
Yeah, we are. I'm sorry, I'm trying to type on Facebook at the same time,
Yeah, we're
so I'm
multitasking.
listening.
So
Yeah, yes.
Oh, I understand that.
So I can't wait to
So,
hear your elevator pitch, because my background's in real estate, and I've worked with a lot of agents, so I have some cool stuff to help you stand out above all the competition.
And yeah, then I need to hear it, because that's one of the reasons I'm here. I had one with my production company, but getting into real estate, I guess, been about 7-8 months now. Back again, been licensed since '03. Hung on to the license. Since then, kept it active, and just recently hung it with a local broker, and been pretty successful so far. So yeah, I'm curious as to what it would sound like. So my slate is blank. I'm here to just get input. Besides saying born and raised in Florida, I know I have a very how do you say personal relationship with the market, having lived here in Brevard County since '95. Before that, I was in South Florida. And I've always paid attention to the market and how it's gone, of course, since the collapse of, the mortgage and everything else, and the whole demise of lending institutions back in, 05, 06, and then the collapse in 08 with everybody, losing everything they've worked for, including pensions, their houses, and everything, so forth. I kind of just stood on the sidelines, didn't want to really get involved with the short sales, foreclosures, and the the ugly part of it. So I chose to do other things in the meantime. But now that the climate's a little bit better, I am a fair weather fan, and I like to help people and not just out of crises, but help them achieve their next goal. Empty nesters, maybe downsizing. People up north, retiring down here in Florida. So however I can help. I am a first-time homebuyer advocate. I believe in people getting out of the rental rat race and getting into a home of their own. The climate for getting financing is improved. Rates are still very competitive. So I'm trying to put all of that into one big condensed little version of myself.
Awesome. So, yay. All right, you ready?
Okay.
Feedback?
No,
okay.
That's what you're here for.
So one of the things that I found really, really helpful in real estate is all of that is great, and at the end of the day, a lot of it doesn't matter. And I hope it's okay. I'm really, really blunt with everybody, because I want you guys to get this. Again, it's really what's in it for them. So Jesse,
Right.
I think I'm going to share two things with you as the first-time home buyers. I would say right now I'm looking for people that are renting, that are looking to take advantage of the $15,000 first-time home buyers. Who do you know? I mean, just that simple thing there. People may not know that there is, that there's that much money, and if not, that's a simple one that you can use. But
Right.
what I used to do at networking groups that made me stand out above everybody else is before any meeting, I would go and find 3 hot listings. And I would stand up at the meeting and I would say, so when's the best time to buy something? And people would go, I don't know. Well, when it's on sale. Real estate in Brevard is on sale right now. And I have 3 hot listings that you want to check out, whether you're an investor, first-time home buyer with the $15,000, or you're looking for a great investment property. Please come and see me because you're going to want to check out these properties. Done. And every time I had people coming up to me saying, oh, let me see this. So I'd find out if they're an investor, I'd find out what their needs. It was the best way to get leads and stand out from everybody else. Nothing about my history, nothing
Right.
about anything else, but as a listing agent, they got to look at it and go, God, she's on the market.
Yeah,
I mean, just
yeah.
the language and the confidence and the certainty,
Right.
it helps you stand out about the rest.
Right. Well, you have to think that wherever we go, there are so many realtors in the room. I mean, you know, and they're all different, and they all want you to use them, and they all, like Shannon said, you know, okay, everybody has a different skill set, but basically, you know, you have the skills to be able to close a home. You know what you need to do. So to stand out like that, to have your pitch different than everybody else's, you know, is, I think, really important, and that's different. It's not, hi, I'm with Remax. Absolutely, you know, I apologize, but you know what I mean, like where they're rhyming off what company they're with, which nobody can remember because there'll be like 3 other ones, and by the time you get to the end, you don't remember what company they're with. Honestly, I feel badly about that because I know I have so many agents. My best friend is a realtor. I don't know what company she's with. I don't, you know, so they rhyme this off, but you know, like Shannon said, if you come out with something like that that really stands out, I have these 3 you're like, oh, okay. I mean, tell me more.
Yeah.
You know, that's a tell me more statement.
Absolutely. And
That
don't
really is
don't
good.
you have to literally hold them up. That's the other thing, is you have to hold them up and let them see, you know, that they're there, and not just, oh, I have them in my car, I have them in my folder. It's like there's a visual that happens when they see this, and the word hot deal. And that question, it's so interesting. When's the best time to buy something? It's like getting people to, come on, you guys, when's the best time to buy something? When it's on sale.
Right. And then that's instant action. You're a call to action.
Yeah.
You know, so, and most elevator pitches don't do that.
No.
So, yeah, that's really good.
And Jesse, I have a way that maybe you and I can chat outside of this to where you can use some of these strategies in communicating in a listing to where even if somebody's been doing this 50 years, you will stand out above everybody else. So you and I should powwow too outside of this, and I'll share some of that.
She's so good.
Okay.
Absolutely, anytime.
Was that helpful?
Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, that's huge. That's way outside the box, and that, you know, and totally different direction than I was considering. So that was super insightful. I appreciate that.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a pleasure. We need to do this more often.
Once a month. Once a month.
Okay, Shelly. Shelly, you have to unmute yourself. And we're going to leave our picture on since we can't see you. But
Yeah, where's your camera?
Yeah, listen, I'm having blonde moments. At least I have a microphone so I can talk.
we can hear you. Yay!
And she's so beautiful, and now we can't see her. Oh.
I'll work on that, I promise.
Okay.
Shelly with the pest.
ASAP Pest Control. Yes.
This is
yes.
the best pest.
Oh, hold on, my super phone won't ring. Doesn't that figure?
You absolutely can. Yes, you can. Yes.
Oh my
they are
gosh,
phenomenal.
Shelly, we moved into a home and we had major challenges. It's kind of embarrassing to say, but the service that they give, coming back every time.
Wow.
I mean, I'm just so grateful, Shelly, that you are here, and I love the detail, and I've learned so much. I'm 43. I've had multiple houses. I've had rental properties, all kinds of stuff. I've learned more from Shelly and her company than I've learned from anybody else. So
She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
okay.
And of course, now I'll have to bomb on my elevator speech, right, after all that glorious attention.
Oh, yours is good, though. I like yours.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, I'm Shelly with ASAP Pest Solutions, and I share knowledge on how to protect the largest investments of your life. With ASAP Pest Solutions services, we can take care of all of your bug problems. See, I'm still working on it.
what happened to your license to kill and that?
That's really Debbie's. Debbie's is we're licensed to kill, and she does her little blows her little pest. That's her little tagline.
Yeah. And I actually talked to Shelley last week, and she one of her goals is she wants to start getting people to look at the preventative side of it, because she gets calls all day long when there's challenges.
But yeah,
but really there's a way to prevent it, and and you know, everybody should be looking at prevention, because then it's
Sure. Oh, that's
so we could add things in there like, you know, did you know that termites cause more damage than every natural disaster?
That is
there's all kinds of termites create billions of dollars of damages every year. I mean, there's many little tidbits with bugs that you can throw in. I don't know, I just haven't been able to come up with the exact thing.
I like that, Shelley. I think that's a great angle of you know, are you aware that termites actually cause, and if you can I mean, even obviously if you can get numbers in there, but it causes more damage than any natural disaster in Florida, or however you want to say it. I work with people to help them prevent and protect their greatest asset. Yeah,
prevent this from happening.
Not bad. Cool.
And then, so I'm looking for individual homeowners. I'm looking for homeowners, investors that have rental properties. Who do you know that wants to protect their greatest asset?
Yeah.
And you can say, because you do full pests too. You do rats, and no, you don't do rats, right?
Yes, of course
you do.
We do rats.
Facebook.
Yes, and so the ending would be, sorry if you're seeing my chess, I'm just getting this live again. The ending would be is what I'm looking for, or who do you know that has a home that I can talk to and see about how to protect them, something like that.
Gotcha.
Any ideas?
Well, that's an interesting perspective. I don't think most bug companies do look at the prevention side of it. I mean, they're always talking about, you know, we kill it, and if it, you know, they have their little tagline, but they never talk about the prevention side of it. And I think a lot of people are going green and are looking at more prevention of both your health and the planet. You know what I mean? Like, so that they're not having to kill everything with all these chemicals and the bugs. If you can keep them from coming in, that's a better system. You know, it's better to stop them before it happens and then deal with the problem, you know, once you've got it. So I think that focus is very unique, actually, Shelley, and yeah, absolutely unique for a pest control company.
Yeah.
ASAP Pest. Well, there you go, ASAP. We're, you know, head of the game.
Yeah, but I think, and that's a great angle that you're taking as far as I mean, just what you shared with the termites.
Yes. Because most people wouldn't know that. So you're giving them food for thought, because it's, I mean, we sort of think, oh yeah, we could get termites, but I mean, if they're the #1 cause of damage to the United States, like, you know,
that's a wake up. Yeah,
it's
like,
a wake up call. Like, okay, I really
don't
need
have a termite bond.
I really need to look at that termite bond, or if it lapsed, oh, maybe I better get one. Yeah, I think that's terrific.
Yeah, another fact that really kind of opens people's eyes is homeowners insurance does not protect you for termite damage. So if you get termites, call your homeowner's insurance all you want, but they're going to say, "Oh, sorry, call your bug company."
Okay, so you start with that and say, did you know that homeowners insurance does not did you know that homeowners insurance does not cover termite damage? And termite damage is the #1, and again, you hear the emphasis, is the #1, or causes more damage than even natural disasters. So, that is, if you can combine those two together, that's huge. That's huge.
Yes.
So, great. Was that helpful, Shelley?
Yes, thank you.
Yay. I told you we'd get something. Get every bit. And it's funny. I told her I have somebody that just closed on a house, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna have, you know, I'll pick his brain. He's a millennial, and he has pest challenges, so he does not fit that, but he's gonna be calling you."
Yay! Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Okay, so Diane, want to unmute and share your elevator pitch. And again, if anybody's in the chat room, we have about 12 minutes.
Oh, Carolyn. Okay.
Caroline wrote something here. Diane, just real quick, we're going to read Caroline's real quick.
You may want to switch back.
Oh, there we go.
So they can see what you're reading and not think.
Do you want to go ahead and read it?
So we have Carolyn. This is Carolyn with Compassionate Downsizing for Seniors. I'm a senior move manager who can help the aging population of Brevard transition to the next phase of their life, whether it be independent living, assisted, or nursing home. I can pack, move, set up all in the new place, coordinate transfer of all services needed. With 30 years experience in financial service, I can help with all aspects of the transition. Please stop by my table at the Mayor's Breakfast for more info. She's coming tomorrow.
Ooh, I like
She's
that.
a table host. So, okay. So what do you think of that as a...
And I would say, or visit my website. So let's go ahead, and if you don't mind, Carolyn.
And I'm sure she was just putting that in for now.
I know. But let's get her some publicity while we're here. So
and
that
it's Compassionate Downsizing with the number for seniors.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
and that's the website? Compassionate Downsizing for Seniors.com.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. And she has a Facebook page as well. So what do you think about her pitch? Because she's quite different in the market in that she's not just a mover. She can do estate sales. She does the packing. She goes in with the family ahead of time. Because, you know, we talked about, actually, Carolyn, last month, a lot of the family are out of the town, and they're worried about their parent, and making sure that they're going to be with the right person that's not going to take advantage of them. And so how does she... you know, get that across that she's...
I think sharing that story, I mean, that could be one where you share, you know, imagine you're living all the way across the United States and your parent is dealing with Alzheimer's, or you know, just share, because as you're talking, my heart, and even as I heard her talking, my heart just goes, oh wow, this is something that I need to pay attention to. So I think there's definitely some story component, but being mindful of not to go into too much detail. It's more of the feeling, right? So that people can feel the feeling of that, and really you help them with all aspects of transition, right? So really letting people know, and if you're in front of them, I help them with all, you know, maybe there's a hand movement. I help them with all aspects of transition, from, you know, downsizing to
transitioning into the new place.
Into the new place, yeah.
And she's actually even driven a lady with her car back. She moved up north and got everything packed up, all the stuff moved, and she needed the vehicle, and helped her drive the vehicle up to somewhere up north, you know, and flew back. So, I mean, not many people do that type of service. So, and somebody that, like you say, you can trust. They, you know, we talk about hoarders, but they did a house, and they did find some money in the home, and it was substantial. And I mean, the homeowner had no clue. She had a bit of dementia, and gave all that money to the sibling. And it was like, wow. I mean, talk about, I mean, absolutely trustworthy. You know, and these are, I remember when my grandmother passed away, and my mom and my aunt found all this money sort of in cards, in between cards, in this box and stuff. And if they had just chucked the cards, they never would have found that. But so to be able to work with somebody that's this trustworthy with that kind of money, just kind of shows her integrity. I mean, it really is this peace of mind that you have, that knowing your loved one is in good hands.
If that ever happens again, you got to get some free press around that.
Yeah,
I mean, you could have the client, and yeah, I don't know, but I'm like, oh my gosh, what an amazing. Hopefully, you got a testimonial. Something sharing.
There you go, Carolyn. Get a testimonial. Get it in writing on your website.
And video testimonials are great too. So I think it's great. I like the call to action. Come see her tomorrow at the table.
Yeah, that was good. Good one, Carolyn. She knows what she's doing. Okay, we have poor Diane in the wings
Diane.
now.
Am I on now? Oh.
There you go.
Am I on? Okay. So you want me to just give you my little pitch? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I've written this out, and I've been saving it from the last time that we had our little meeting. So, trying to get it perfected and keep it down to a little minimum, I guess. But my name is Diane Bryson, and I'm an agent with True Choice Telecom. If you have not reviewed your telecom services in the last 6 months, you may be paying too much. True Choice Telecom represents 65+ carriers, and we are the experts in our field. We are a one-stop source for unbiased advice and quotes from multiple service providers, including AT&T, Bright House, Earthlink Level 3, and Windstream, based on your requirements. We also represent multiple hosted voice over IP providers that are excellent and have state-of-the-art technology. We take the time to review what you are currently doing, what you would like to be doing, and provide the best solution based on the newest technology available. I have been in the telecom industry in Brevard County since 1998 and have worked with many of the national regional carriers. I am the Brevard telephone lady.
That was really
That's good,
good.
right?
That was really, really
Yeah.
good. Bravo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yep. It got in her experience.
Big
That,
names.
Yeah, and it's unbiased.
Yeah.
And all the ones you could work with. Yeah, that
was
Mhm.
you nailed it.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
good.
thank you.
Really good.
I've been practicing.
Ah.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was good, Diane. That really was.
Thanks. Thank you.
Awesome.
I'll be there tomorrow for the mayor's breakfast, so. Hopefully I'll get the picture many times.
Oh, that's fabulous. Wow, that was, yeah, I mean, and you just said that. You wrote it down, and you're going to practice. I mean, that was one of the conversations that we started off with. Well, one of the first things is that when you write it down,
That's the
it's
power.
amazing. Yeah, and practice how long it takes, because the very first time I did one of those speed networking, you think, oh, I have a minute. I had enough stuff for about 10 minutes. I'm thinking, holy moly. So you actually have to write it down, practice,
Yep.
and then time yourself. And then actually see, as you say, put in the power words. Sometimes we roll on and start rambling. Be very succinct with what you're saying, and then it's amazing the power of that 1 minute or 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And practice is the key, because we often do get nervous and then we forget. And it's okay to have it in front of
Yes.
you when you're at some of these networking things.
Yeah.
After a while, it'll go, it'll be top of your mind. But for the first part, it's okay to do that. It's okay. People don't,
I look at it as they want to be articulate. They've taken
Yes.
time to do this. I
Mhm.
think it's totally fine. And if you haven't written it down, that could be the missing link of you actually going to the next level with your pitch. Because
That's
it's
very
easy to just wing it, but there is magic, like you said. I'm so glad that you
Yeah.
emphasized on that and
Yeah.
writing it down.
Yeah, we tend to think, oh, yeah, we can wing it. I've done that more than once. And then Shelley said, I'm having a blonde moment. Well, we all have those, and you don't want that to be when it is your opportunity to have the good pitch. So we want to make sure that we're prepared. And that's what having this elevator pitch is all about, is being prepared for that time when it's your opportunity and you might not get that chance again. And you hate to think, yeah. But it's often true. It really is. I've been in a number of situations where, you think after, oh, I should have said, well, if I had my elevator pitch in my head, then it would have just been rolling off the tongue. And
Yeah.
it's where you're so comfortable, it comes out natural, and it's always your go-to. It's your go-to.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I realize you don't want to sound like you're reading it. It needs to be more, fluent, and just like you said, just right off the tongue,
Right.
Yeah.
Just make it natural. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you do get there, but this event,
Yes.
it's okay if you read it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, this event, it's okay.
Yeah,
Anybody
it's
that's
okay.
on this and listening to this, please feel free to have the note card,
Right.
and it'll really help you get the most out of it.
And by the time you finish the day, you've repeated yourself probably about 5 or 6 times. So you'll really have it down a little bit more.
Yeah.
So because, you're rotating to the next table. So then you get to repeat your pitch all over again. So
How many people do you think they'll get in front of for their business? And let's give them a time again. We're gonna
okay, so this is the speed networking. It is on June the 15th, and it's from 8:30 to 11 at Crystal Palace on Palm Bay Road. Breakfast is provided by Einstein Bagels, and Bright House is our sponsor. You will have, I really don't know. I keep under projecting, you know, like the mayor's breakfast, last year we had 80. I thought, oh, maybe 150, and now we're at 200. So I don't know. My
But if there's
projections have been off, but I would
15
think,
minutes they would meet at least 20, would you think?
oh, you're probably going to, I would say there's going to be at least 30 or 40 people minimum.
That they would meet during that time. So
Yes.
that's pretty good.
Yes,
that's
that
a
is.
lot. I mean, even
Yes.
20
And
that
you're
type-
getting everyone's business card,
Yeah.
because at the end of your presentation, everybody passes their business card around before they get up and move to their next table. So yeah, you'll be getting the business cards from everybody that
Wow.
attends.
That's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah.
And are you also allowed to pass out collateral material, things like that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
The table host gets the most time, so they're going to have the 3 minutes to really talk more about their business since they're hosting. It's also nice because they don't have to move. But everybody else at the end will have time to pass your business card, pass any collateral, event things that you might have coming up, postcards, whatever you want to pass out. Yeah, so you may have to make sure you bring enough for everyone. Okay.
Great. So we're at the end, but I wanted to give away a goodie, but I didn't plan this with you, so I'm kind of winging it. I hope it's okay.
You have to talk about the
I
summit.
know. Well, I actually was going to give this to an individual that does a referral to the chamber as a member.
Oh,
Do you think that
Well,
would be? Is that okay with you?
however you want to do it.
So, and after doing this, I'm realizing I need to sit down and write down my elevator pitch. I have something, but I need to spend time on it. So, I've been doing a business incubator event, bringing together high-level mentors. We mastermind. We practice on our elevator pitch. There's structured networking, and so I have 2 tickets. Now, this is just for day 2, but I have 2 tickets that I'm going to give away. It's from 10 to 6:30. And they're $75. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to leave them here at the Palm Bay Chamber office, and whoever, Tony says, awesome event. Tony's actually one of our business catalysts.
Oh, good.
When you join, you actually get, we take an intake form to see what your needs are, and we help match you up with what you need next in your business.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, tell them about this summit. You kind of blew over
I
that.
did.
So, yes, tell them when it is, where it is,
Okay.
what the scoop
So
is.
it's Crown Plaza on Wednesday night, June 22nd and 23rd. You can go to businessaccelerationsummit.com. We have 2 individuals that have been featured in Forbes a number of times that are coming and just brain tithing. And what does brain tithe mean? People are like, what the heck is that? They're sharing their wisdom and knowledge. You can meet at one-on-ones. You can have dinner with them. You can have lunch with them. We really have a very structured, unique process that people that come through are feeling like, oh my gosh, I have a huge team and doing things that accelerate their business. So it's a lot of fun. There's videos on there. You can get it into a little more detail. Last time we had the captain of the Disney ship. We have 12 really high-level successful people have raised millions of dollars coming. We do a pitch tank the last day, and we give $5,000 in mentorship and resources to the winner.
So where do they go to get more information about it?
Businessaccelerationsummit.com, businessaccelerationsummit.com.
Or call the chamber.
Or call the chamber, yeah.
We'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful time. We've got some great sponsors too. So, yeah, so I wanted to give this to you guys. So please help build the Palm Bay Chamber. And whoever does that, you can give them the 2 tickets to come on the 23rd for the workshops. Yeah.
Lovely tickets. Okay, well, I think that is our second webinar. Are we?
And the next one is June 28th. June 28th.
And do we have our topic?
I was thinking how to create partnerships and kind of the no money down, no risk but high return conversation.
Yes. Okay.
How to really create collaboration and joint ventures. And I have a couple of amazing people that I would love to see if they will join us.
Oh, absolutely.
That have some great strategies. And one of them, I literally, I think I'm really good at it. And she put me together with somebody and painted a picture, and it was just like, wow, how does she see this?
Okay.
So No risk, no money down, high return, and
Oh,
how to do that with
okay.
joint ventures and collaboration.
Check, check, check. That works for us. All right. Well, I think this is our the end of our second webinar, Chamber Chat, and it was our business hotspot. So thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you on our next one. And once again, you want to register ahead of time at Greater Palm Bay Chamber of Commerce.com so that we can do the live interaction. We can't do that through the Facebook, but we can do it through the logging into that webinar. So perfect. Thanks, everyone. Have a good week.
And thank you, Nancy, for being amazing visionary.
Oh, bye.
Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.